course. Terry Jones is back from UMSL. We appreciate it. Political science chair, I should say. Something that struck me was that there was an opinion from the community table that I believe the phrase was ordinary people and their needs are being overlooked. Is this just the perspective of folks who live in the city of St. Louis and we're out of touch with what clearly is a different vote statewide when you look at the makeup of our legislature, or did that make any sense to you?
It made a lot of sense. Priority number one for Missourians was more jobs, better economy. And the pieces of legislation that would have done the most for that, Medicaid expansion, while it has a social justice aspect, was also an economic development bill, and a bond issue, which is not going to happen this session, which leaves almost $1 billion that we would have received off the table, never to come again. It's lost for 2014. And the failure to date to pass a bond issue to take advantage of the state's tax credit, or not tax credits, but tax standing, and the interest rates. Both of those would have made the most impact on jobs. They're not going to happen.
But Patrick over there is a good guy, and he doesn't want to see anybody suffer. Does there need to be some compromise on this Medicaid situation to get all parties at the table here?
Once the Obama administration took the threat of hospitals losing the uncompensated care for this coming year off the table, that took some of the emergency out of it and kicked the can down the road to 2014. It's not going to go away. It's ultimately going to happen. The issue is when.
Okay, what else is on your mind as you step through our discussion tonight?
Ideology trumps pragmatism. The resistance to expanding the healthcare system, the public healthcare system in the United States, is more important than dollars. And political gamesmanship, politics trumped over policy on many issues. There's a lot of gamesmanship going on in Jefferson City, more than usual.
Really more than usual? Because I got to believe that's been going on. It always seems like we're living in the worst of times. Is it?
But also there was a lot of gotcha types of actions, of hearings that were really unnecessary to move the policies of the state forward. Like the issue with the Revenue Department. Everybody agrees that shouldn't have happened. Okay, it shouldn't have happened. Let's not do it again. We don't need to make a month-long story out of it.
So is Missouri any worse off than any other states that let's just take our border states, for instance, in terms of that political gamesmanship?
It's hard to say. We obviously know more of what's happening within our own state than the ones around us, but the answer is probably yes.
Okay, what else is on your mind in terms of, they've got a few hours left. Are they going to do anything in the next few hours that we don't expect? Any predictions for the last day of the session?
The bond issue still has a chance, so that would be a major difference in terms of shoring up very needed buildings and mental health and higher education and K through 12 education. And it's also a jobs bill, because $1 billion worth of construction means a lot of jobs.
Tax credits, that's when it gets a little muddy for folks, because the governor originally was for tax credit reform, but he vetoed that bill they sent him.
I think that's the sort of thing that can be worked out, if not in a veto session, in a special session.
Okay, well, do you predict that we will have a special session?
I think the odds are pretty high.
Okay, Terry Jones, thanks.